What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to do a quick walkthrough guide on the final boss in Tempest, which is Isabella. It seems that a lot of people have been struggling in this instance. I've had groups that are not able to complete it because they can't stay alive. I'm going to give you a full breakdown of my gameplay on a run I did last night and show you exactly what you guys need to avoid, what you need to watch out for, and some of the mechanics that you need to make sure that you understand so that you can keep alive and out of harm's way in order to complete this instance. But first, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever been a victim of mob abuse? Are you struggling from Tempest? Are you playing with teammates that just seem lost in dungeons? Are you trash and don't know what to do inside dungeons? Well, if so, I got the channel for you. Alright guys, let's take a look at the gameplay with Isabella to break down just this instance so you guys can watch this. It's a pretty quick explanation. I'm going to be pausing a lot to explain her mechanics to show you exactly what you need to look out for to kind of help people move along this battle here. So as you kind of see, she's going to enter the arena. She's going to land on her tank, of course. I'm kind of waiting to make sure that we have plenty of orb of protection on her. So we throw orb protection. We're going to throw Sacred Ground down. I switch to my Void Gauntlet, put down the Rift, and she starts just doing attacks. She's going to more focus on these, AoE effects. So she's going to slam the ground, and all the stuff's going to come up through, and it's going to damage you. But as long as you're in the Sacred Ground, you're pretty good. So as long as your healer can keep that up, you'll be solid. If the healer cannot keep that up, it could put you guys down pretty quickly. Okay, and then you can kind of see the second move here is going to be her wing swipe. Where she comes over the top and kind of crushes down on you guys as you're hitting. It doesn't hit that hard, but you definitely can get a decent amount of damage from it, so you need to make sure you watch out. And then the third move is what you just seen there in the first instance. Is this little weird swipe spinning attack she has that puts out anywhere from 500 to 1200 damage per second, or every time she hits. As it does that, you just got to keep the health up. Thank God she doesn't do it too long. And then she kind of turns into these fast attacks. She's consistently attacking that pretty much hits very hard. The next instance she's going to have here is that once you get her down to a certain amount of health, she is going to jump up in the air and target people and do swipes. So right here you can kind of see she jumped off the ground. She's up in the air. She's going to come down and swipe. You can see she hit our guy, or she potentially tried to hit our guy. If it hits you, it's going to stun you and knock you down. If she targets you twice, she's going to come back and two-shot you. So you got to make sure you're paying attention to those and you're blocking them or dodge rolling them. Because if you get hit twice, most likely your healer's not going to keep you alive and you're going to go down. It's going to cause chaos. So again, she goes back to the same sequence she starts to do. Just got to make sure you're paying attention for the swipe attacks. Make sure you're paying attention for the roundhouse with all the arms that hit 5 to 7k. And then she adds a couple more in there. As you can start to see, she's starting to jump up in the ground, up in the air, and then slam down on us to create stuns. Not only that, but she is also going to throw little large swipes that can do one-shot you if you're in the range of it. I think it hits for 11k, or I get hit for 11k, depending on your armor. It could be less or more. As you start to get her down lower, she's going to start to do different things. You can see she jumps up in the air, slams down, and then she's going to do this massive amount of things. When she does this, this is where you need to really pay attention, because if you get caught in the storm, you're going to die. So when she does this, she launches in the air. She's going to slam on the ground. Boom, right here. This is when you guys need to start backing away and getting away from her, because she's going to go into this big tornado spin, which is going to create a pillar. And if you're inside her circle, I wish I would have had a little bit of a better instance right there. If you're inside this circle at all right there, it's going to create massive damage and you're going to go down, and it's going to create a problem for your team. So make sure you're aware of this mechanic. It's very simple. When she does a long jump, slams down, start backing away so she can do this. Now, once this happens, it's going to create a pillar, and one person on your team is going to have to go over there and make sure they hit E on it to destroy it as the tank kind of keeps focus. Make sure you are paying attention to the mechanics, and she's swiping and she doesn't hit you twice. It's a big deal when that happens, because it's going to knock you. And then it's kind of rinse and repeat here. So then, again, I mentioned this attack earlier. She does a nice sword swipe. It does hit Captain America there pretty decently. If you see her as she hits this. Let's see. So I get hit by it. It does 7,800 damage to me. and I'm in light armor, which isn't the greatest for these kind of things if you're running mutated, but in the normal one, it's pretty good. I heal back right away. It's not a big deal. I make sure we're all covered. And then we're kind of just rinse and repeat. So got to make sure you're watching the mechanics and make sure you're paying attention to exactly what she's doing. So of course, you're going to see here, I'm going to show you, she's going to jump up in the air and slam down, and I'm going to get caught in the storm, and I'm going to end up dying. Just because I don't know exactly what happened. So right here, she slams, I'm stuck. I go to move, and I kind of get stuck casting a spell, and it just eats me alive. Thank God I have a solid team, and I'm actually able to heal from certain areas inside the arena from, if you know, the little glitch that still handles inside Tempest. You can kind of heal from this area, which I come over here and I'll show you. So here's a good picture of that pillar. And you got to make sure when this spawns, you can kind of see our guy is using his staff to destroy that. That's what you have to do. So make sure you have one person designated for that. As this happens, of course, I'm going to sit here and try to heal our guys as best as possible from the outside, which is pretty simple. As long as I keep Sacred Ground down and I have Light's Embrace, I can keep them healed for the most part for the instance. The only thing I'm not getting right here is a lot of DPS. Of course, I messed up, died, and not there to help them supply DPS. Our team's doing pretty good. They finish her off right away. Pretty quickly knock out a quarter of her health with these guys, and just me healing from the backside. So I hope this video helps you guys, stops groups from struggling, and it really starts to help build people up so they can get through Tempest, because it seems to be a big struggle right now. So, well guys, I hope you appreciate that video. I hope you learned something. I hope this helps you get more completions through Tempest so you're not wasting orbs. If you guys did find value from this video, I'd appreciate it if you guys left a comment down below if this helped you. Make sure you like the video, and please subscribe to the channel so we can bring more content to you like this on the daily. Have a good day, and talk to you later. Alright, take one, Keith. Ready? Here we go. It's going to be hard to keep a straight face during this. Are you struggling inside the Tempest? Have you been a victim of mob abuse? Are you trash at dungeons? Are you struggling from Tempest? Are you trash and don't know what to do inside dungeons?